Hello all. This is about the budget 2025 and the latest budget which was released on February 1st of this year. I have framed MCQs based off these budgets so candidates can go through these MCQs and I have picked most important themes and these themes I try to make it out as an MCQs. So people who are preparing for UPSC and also the state services, these MCQs I feel are the most probable. Okay, I have divided these sessions into two parts. In the first part, I will take few questions, and the second part, I will take the remaining. So let us take the first question out of it and read the question here. Consider the following statement in the context of Prime Minister Dhaanya Kishore or Krishi Yojana. So it is talking about Dhaanya Krishi Yojana. So what is Dhaanya Krishi Yojana? The program will cover 100 districts with low productivity. Okay, so which means the moderate crop intensity and below average credit parameters. Second one, it will focus exclusively. So let us underline this exclusively on increasing agriculture productivity without integrating post-harvest management. This is one very important point. Is it with integrating or without integrating? One of its objectives is to improve irrigation facilities in targeted districts. This is very simple statement. The scheme aims to facilitate both long-term and short-term agriculture credit availability. So let us go for the explanation here. The three statements are correct. The statement I told you here, which is going to be trap, I have underlined it exclusively as well as without. Now look at here. The scheme does not focus more only, that is solely on increasing agriculture productivity. It also includes post-harvest storage. See, one very important theme is whichever the government is planning, the government plans for pre-production, government plans for the post-production also. That means marketing, okay, and supply chain management, and also try to increase the post-harvest storages. That's the reason we are planning to come up with lot of bulk logistics systems. Remaining all the three are quite simpler because that will provide, okay, the long term as well as the short term related activities. Okay, that's why we have written both long term and short term activities, and it is targeted in the 100 districts with the low productivity, and improving irrigation facilities is one of its core objectives. So three statements are correct according to it. All right, so let us take second. You read the explanation very carefully, read the question again carefully, and go through this because the exams are quite near. Consider the following statements in the context of Aatmanirbhar Bharat in pulses. So Aatmanirbhar Bharat means nothing but self-reliance depending on ourselves rather than depending on other countries. So the initiative focus on a 6-year mission. So just underline 6-year mission. 6-year mission specifically targeting pulses like Tur, Urad and Masur. This targeting pulses like Tur, Urad and Masur, these are correct, definitely. Whether this is a 6 years program or a 3-year program or a 5-year program, that has to be questioned. One of these key objectives is to promote the development and commercial availability of. So obviously, what will be the key development? It is a very general statement, development and commercial availability of climate resilient seeds. The initiative aims to enhance the protein content of pulses as part of its nutritional improvement strategy. This cannot be wrong because definitely the initiative will be enhancing the protein content. So that is what we are targeting so that the other countries which we are depending, especially in Africa, that can be reduced. So statement two, it is aimed at developing and commercial promote resilient. So this is also quite simple statements. Now look at here, most of the students will go wrong. Generally, we use the term 5-year. Okay, so we use the term 10-year. So most of the time, we don't use the 6-year. So remember, this is a 6-year mission with a special focus on Tur, Urad, and Masur. So you have to remember these three even the types of pulses. Among the types of pulses, these are the most one which we are trying to concentrate on. All right. So what are the key objectives? Develop a commercial use. Commercial use. Remember this term, commercial use. Second one, enhancing protein content. Okay. Enhancing the content that is protein content. Third one is increasing the productivity. Okay, fourth one is post harvest. Now you are concentrating, you take every case, they will be concentrating on the post harvest. Next question. Consider the following statement. The government has introduced customized credit cards with 5 lakh limit for micro enterprises registered on Udayam portal. This is very important because we are giving for those MSMEs only which are registered under like which are registered under Udayam. Udayam is a portal which will give you the details of the registrations of MSME. RAMP will give you the assessment program. Champions portal will give you the grievances program. Okay, with the target of issuing 10 lakh such cards in the first year. So I have definitely to check mark this 10 and this is 5. Next, a new scheme has been launched to provide term loans or up to 2 crores. Up to 2 crores. Okay, this is a recent because numbers could be very familiar. Over 5 years for 5 lakhs first entrepreneurs, including women, scheduled caste, and scheduled tribe. This is quite correct because they are giving up to 2 crores. See, they are giving up to 2 crores. Okay, special focus on women, SC, and STs for next 5 years. So here you have to buy hard individual terms. Okay, and you should ensure that you buy hard those important terminologies with important facts like 5 years, 10 years, etc. The government has introduced the credit card for micro. See, micro, we don't see these terms earlier in any of the budget, but nowadays they have targeted MSMEs and micro are being given an additional benefits like mudra, what you used to get it. Apart from that, you will be getting more benefits. So first statement is correct. Second statement is also correct. Here I have to put a check mark because it's a limit of 5 lakhs. Okay. Next, consider the following statements. Bihar is the first state in India to establish Makhana board. Makhana board, Makhana board. Okay. Makhana board. The government spoke about this in the present budget about the Makhana board. And first thing is it a first state? See, firstly, it is not a first state, and Bihar is something like government wants to bring Makhana board there, and I don't call that Bihar as a first state. The board will support Makhana farmers by organizing FPOs. You know FPOs, like the farmers producer organization, group of farmers come forward and make an unit FPO and ensuring they receive benefit. This is very simple term. That is second statement is a very simple statement. FPO, okay, that is talking about come up, make a group, form a group and try to work with this group so that you will be getting recognized. Second, Bihar is not, that's what I told you, Bihar is not a first state, but Bihar is establishing a Makhana board. That could be the first statement, but explicitly Bihar is not going to be the first state. All right. Next, consider the following statement. The mission for current productivity is a 10-year initiative aimed at improving productivity and sustainability in cotton farming. The mission aligns with the 5F vision for the textile sector and promotes the cultivation of extra long staple cotton varieties to enhance farmers' income and support the textile industry. Obviously, this is very simple statement. If you can look at what is it, farm to fiber to fabric, fashion to foreign. This has come up with various policies. So remember, anyways, if you have not gone through, read this 5F policies. Next, the mission for cotton is a 5-year initiative. It's not a 10-year initiative. So that's the reason wherever the facts are there, by heart those facts so that you should not miss those facts. These are directly there in the budget. That's the reason. All right. Next, regarding the Saksham, Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0 that is seen in the news, which of the following statement is correct? It provides nutrition. Obviously, these are for what? Nutritional support that you should must be knowing for 8 crore children, 1 crore pregnant and lactating women all over the country, 20 lakh adolescent girls in the aspirational districts and the North Indian region. Or is it like the program exclusively focus? Is it exclusively focused on providing nutritional support to pregnant women, lactating women in aspirational districts? So both these two statements look very challenging, but it does not exclusively depend on the, like target the pregnant woman or carrying and lactating mothers. The program supports, understand this, 8 crore children, okay, 1 crore pregnant and lactating women, 20 lakh adolescent girls, especially in the aspirational districts and the Northeast region. So by heart this statement, okay, by heart the statements, you may be asked the second statement directly. This is an objective of the Saksham, like Anganwadi and the Poshan 2.0. So they have a targets, underline these targets, read and by heart those targets. Next, consider the following statement. The government plans to set up daycare cancer centers. Okay, daycare cancer centers. Obviously, that has been in the news and also in the budget. In all the district hospitals across the country within the next 5 years. This is how you underline in the question paper also. A total of 200 daycare cancer centers will be established in the financial year. That means in this year, 2025-26, as part of the initiative. See, in the first statement, in all district hospitals. Okay, and it is planning to set up daycare cancer centers. Second statement is saying 200-day care cancer centers. So what do you learn from this? You learn from this is one among them can be correct. So the government aims to set up daycare cancer centers all in all district hospitals within the next 5 years. Okay, within the next five, this is next 5 years, but the answer has to be 3 years. Okay, this budget talks about lot of years. Okay, data, etc. Kindly by heart them. 200 daycare has been planned. That is true. Next, regarding the urban challenge fund that is seen in the news, which of the following statement is correct? Urban challenge fund, remember what government is trying to promote under urban challenge fund. What government is promoting urban challenge fund? Remember, they are trying to target the cities as hubs. Okay, creative redevelopment of the cities. Next one is water and sanitation. So remember these keywords like cities as growth hubs, creative redevelopment of the cities, water and the sanitation. Okay, as announced last year, they have announced this. Now this year they are going to implement it. So it has to be B. So 1 lakh crore urban challenge fund. So remember this 1 lakh crore urban challenge fund is meant for the promotions. Next, consider the following statement in the context of the nuclear energy mission for Viksit Bharat. So what is this nuclear energy mission for the Viksit Bharat? The mission aims to develop at least 100 gigawatts of nuclear energy by 2047 as part of India's energy transition effort. Okay. Amendments to this act, that is Atomic Energy Act and Civil Liability for the Nuclear Damage Act, will be undertaken to encourage, and I'm underlining, public sector participation in the nuclear energy. Third one, the government has announced 20,000 crores. Again, underline this for R&D for small modular reactors. Small modular reactors, they spoke in last budget also, with a target to operationalize at least 10 indigenous. Okay, 10 indigenous small modular reactors by 2033. Now you look at here, the amendments to Atomic Energy Act and Civil Liability for Nuclear Act are aimed at encouraging private sector participation. So pop up your eyes in the examination because a lot of not just encouraging, not just only the public. So obviously second statement outrightly has to be wrong because it is talking about exclusively public, but it's talking about private also. Next one, the mission targets at least 5 indigenous developed SMR by 2030. So it's not that easy to put it more SMRs. It is saying at least 10. So the budget says it is at least 5. So it is not 10, but targeting about at least 5. So make sure that the numbers with respect to the nuclear energy, atomic energy, okay, defense sector, you should by heart them. The mission targets to 100 gigawatts. So by 2047, this is like basically the Viksit Bharat, where India can achieve the status of the highly developed. Okay, that's what he said. Nuclear energy mission for Viksit Bharat. You should be know that 2047 will be the Viksit Bharat. Okay, where we are going to achieve like 100 years of independence. Okay, and here we will be highly developed country in that 100 gigawatt of nuclear energy by 2047 will be our target. Next, regarding the Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme. So what is this scheme? Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme. This is we wanted to digitalize. We want to digitalize, okay, those scripts which are already there, manuscripts are there. We wanted to put it for the long storages, okay, because manually there's a lot of chances we may lose them. So the initiative provides digital format English language books for both school and higher education to promote multilingual learning. Next, the scheme is limited to promotion of Sanskrit. It focuses on translating foreign academic. The scheme aims to provide printed books. So you should tell me that answer has to be here. The third one, this is something like provide Indian language books in a digital format. Okay, and for schools and higher education, promoting multilingual, and also the scripts which are there in the old age scripts, etc., that can be stored for the future purpose. So initiative provides digital format Indian languages books for both school and higher education. Okay, these are the most important questions I feel from the part one of the budget, and I have discussed them very exclusively. So go through these questions 1 or 2 times. That could actually help you, and I'll come up with other set of questions in the other video. Okay, thank you so much.